Okay, we're at time. I think we can go ahead and get started. But first, just FYI, the session is being recorded and will be available after the session today on YouTube and on our knowledge base page. Might have to bear with me as I manage the lobby. Some new people are still coming in. All right, everyone. Hello, welcome to another Tikit Training Tuesdays. This is episode 17 on season 2, and today we're going to be covering custom views. Hopefully you can see the slides okay. So let's move over to our agenda. As always, yeah, thank you for that. Good, you can see it. Just a few items to go through before we get into custom views and then, of course, the demo. So again, just want to welcome you all back, and especially if this is your first time here, it's really, really good to see you. Glad to have you. Welcome to Tikit Training Tuesdays. This is our weekly sessions we put on for you, our customers, where we dive in, discuss, and demonstrate various Tikit features and capabilities, and hopefully shed some light on Tikit and how best we can maybe bring value to your ITSM processes in your organization. All right, and yep, hello, my name is Ben. I'm a part of the customer success team here at Syracen, and I provide professional services across all of Syracen products, including Tikit. So very nice to meet you. And then a few resources here to help you out. Whether you have a question, you need help, you have an issue, you have some feedback for us. We have a variety of resources you can take advantage of. We'll just start with the knowledge base article we have for Tikit Training Tuesdays. This is where you'll have like a digest of our past training sessions. So if you want to go back and review or get caught up, feel free to visit there. We have links to the YouTube recordings and should be available for you there. Also, we have our help portal. If you need to submit a ticket, have a question, if you just need help in any way, of course, send us a ticket at help.syracen.com. Also have our community page, community.syracen.com if you want to engage there and ask some questions and help out. We'd love to see you over in the community. And of course, our knowledge base, articles we provide for our products are over at kb.syracen.com. And lastly, you can always just send an email for anything really. Send that to help@syracen.com and we will get you taken care of. I can put all these links in the chat so you have them. And there they are. Excuse me. Okay. I'll say if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand or come off the mute at any time. I'm happy to try and answer those for you, or we'll have some space allocated at the end of the session where we can go over any questions you might have. So let's just get into it. Today's topic is all about custom views. And just to highlight a few points here, we'll get into the demo after this slide, but I think some things to just mention before we get started. If you haven't worked with custom views before, so maybe this will be helpful. Basically, custom views, it's just a way for an admin or a super agent. They can create customized views for all your agents, and those are persistent for all of your agents. So you can kind of take what's already been provided out of the box, and you can build on that on your own custom views to really kind of narrow focus into a specific subset of data. Maybe it's you want to see different views based on team or group or ticket type, tags, all sorts of things. Pretty much, if it's a property and ticket, we can filter on that and create a view from it. And these, like I said, are persistent across all of your agents. They're going to see it as long as they're scoped to see the data. They can see the view, but say if it's a view for another team, they would still need to be scoped to access or to see the specific data in that view. Of course, these apply to list views and board views, which we'll show in the demo. So I'll show you what that looks like. We can also customize the columns. By default, you're going to see pretty much everything in the out-of-the-box views, but we can make that list smaller and limit the number of columns that you see, just depending on what data is appropriate for that view or what the intended audience needs to see. And finally, we can export data from any view. So whatever data the view is showing, we'll have the ability to export that data, and we put that into Excel or do some post-processing on it, whatever you might need. So with that being said, switch over to the demo portion. Share out lab. All right, hopefully everyone can see that. Okay, so you're probably very familiar with this view. This is the default page view that an agent's going to see when they first come to web.tikit.ai. You're going to land on the ticket section here, and by default, you're going to see all the active tickets. So very helpful view. Obviously, we can see pretty much everything we might be concerned with, all the active tickets and all the tickets that we might need to see. So this is great out of the box. You can see there's a lot of columns available. And I really want to highlight a difference between some things we see on the left. So we'll call these different ticket sections that everyone's going to see, as opposed to the views here with the system defaults and into custom views. There's a little overlap you'll see with tickets and all active, or my work specifically. And really, the difference here is you get a little more. Like for my work here, we can see all the tickets that are assigned to me or the agent that's logged in. So just the stuff we need to see. So it's a very probably useful view. Probably everyone has seen it or used it at this point. But additionally, we have some tabs at the top, so we can filter on the different types of tickets that are assigned to us, or different types of work items that are assigned to us, and activities, tasks, approvals. We can see tickets there, tasks, approvals, and so on. Additionally, if we were to switch to the board view here, these actually require a little more consent from Microsoft, so it can pull in unread emails and planner information if there is anything there. So I think just highlighting that these are a little more than views that we're going to be discussing today. Just know these are here. Similarly, the My Group work, this is going to be all the work assigned to any groups that you, the agent, are a part of. So anything you might want to see as it pertains to your groups. Back to the list view, and we still have those tabs there. So we'll be focusing more over here on the top right. And there we go. So as we touched on earlier, we have the system default views, all active being the first one, probably the most the most informative. And we also have my work here as well when compared to the my work section on the left. We're also seeing all of our work, all the work that's assigned to us. We additionally have all the unassigned tickets. So good to see that. Any tickets that aren't assigned to anyone probably need some attention. So that's a good view to have. And then we could see all of our closed tickets. This, of course, is going to grow and get bigger. That list is going to get bigger over time as more and more tickets are closed. But we do have the system default view there, as well as deflected. If you're not sure what deflected is. This is basically anytime a user is interacting with maybe the Tikit virtual agent, and even if it's say like a knowledge article, they had a question. If it was useful, if they say, yes, this was useful, then we're actually going to create a ticket on the back end and close that. So we have that saved for this metrics and reporting purposes. You could see how your deflection is doing, but it's not actually going to create a ticket and assign it to anyone or include the user. It's just for your benefit to see the deflection and ticket. Okay, with all that being said, we're really here to talk about custom views, and that means taking what we have here and building on it or changing it, filtering it down to specific data we might want to see. And you see, I have a few already had set up, and this is one option. As you can see here, I have different views based on different ticket types. So the main ones being change requests, incidents, problems, and service requests. So that's one idea. You could create a view based on the different ticket types, and I could click on one, and you're essentially going to see the same view, only these are filtered just by an incident and all the incident subtypes, because that's what's defined in this view. And for any custom view, you'll as long as you're an agent or a super agent or administrator, you'll be able to edit that view, and you can see what's going on here. It's really just filtering on these three incident types. And all columns are available. If nothing is set here, that means it's going to show all the columns. You could additionally add columns that might be useful for the view. We start there. We can rearrange those columns, how they're going to look on the view once we save this. If we were to update this, we'll see we'll only have 3 columns available, just like that. So we can further refine that data that we're going to see in that view. If we wanted to delete it, again, we could just delete it from here, and that's going to delete it for everyone. So go back, maybe I'll just keep that how it was, just showing all of those columns. Now this kind of leads into one of 2 ways to create a custom view. Like I said, if you have the appropriate permissions to create views, a super agent or an administrator, you can take a custom view and you can edit it, and you can save it. That's one way. Or of course we can just come to add a new view here. That's the other way. I guess really just 3 ways to create a custom view. And the other one would be if you're just in here, say in the main ticket section, and say you want to do some filtering just for the user. All agents are going to have the ability to put certain filters on whichever view they're on. So maybe we could filter. Maybe we just want to see certain categories. Say perhaps. Let's see, software is a good one. Now we could apply filters, and that's going to filter the view I was on down into just tickets with the category software. We could take it a step further, and we could say, well, we don't want to see all those columns. We just want to see ID, request, maybe requester, status, team, and group. We can add that. So now we've already started kind of building a custom view just from the filtering options available to the agent. Now, anything they do here is just going to be for them. But if you have the ability, you can just save the view here, and that would give you the ability to enter a view name, whatever that view would be called, and we could save that. And now you can see we have that custom view defined, and now that's available to all the agents. You can see that there. that was just a demonstration. I don't really like it. I can just delete it and it's gone. Um, okay, I think that covers the different ways we can create a view. Just know we have the export option right here. Anyone should be able to export that data based on the data that's in the view. I should also mention this. Oh, I don't have any change requests. So the incidents, custom views apply to the ticket board view as well, or layout, ticket board layout. Takes just a second to populate. You can see this will apply there as well. All right, all good. So now maybe we'll go through a couple examples, just set up a couple additional custom views to make sure we have an understanding how that works. See what that goes. So let's do one. Let's say maybe we want to see all tickets in our licensing team. So we'll have a licensing team view. Well, we could just come to team. We could find our site licensing team, and maybe we'll just want to see, of course, all active and maybe pending. I want to see active, pending, and the sub status of pending approval. And yeah, well, maybe do incidents. So that's going to create a view for all the incidents, all the active incidents for that fall under the licensing team. Now, I will say, yeah, when you come to select your columns, you do either need to have ID or request or both. And that's just because that allows you to click the ticket and open it up. So without those, we won't have a link. So it's just telling us here that we do need to add an ID or request column in order for us to save the view. But I think request is helpful as well as the ID. So we'll pick both of those. We want to see the requester and the group and the assignee. Be helpful. So we can save. And there we are. And again, we can always come in and edit the view. If we have that administrator or super agent role, we could edit that from here. And maybe one more example. Of course, we can see it here. So we have our new view is now visible and available for all the light agents. And then perhaps we'll do, let's do one based on life cycle. So I have a life cycle for purchase requests. So maybe as a manager, I want to see all my purchase requests out there. Now, maybe you might have a category for purchases, in which case you could use category. Here, maybe I just want to see specifically tickets that are using a certain life cycle, and that's entirely possible here. So we're going to choose purchase request. Cycle. Yeah. Maybe I only want to see the purchase request for the current year. So you probably see we can pick on any list value, so that's easy to filter on. We also have a couple fields for like keyword searching. So say resolution note. I guess I will highlight these are newer now. with our release of resolution note. So we can now add those as a filter, and we can put a keyword in for resolution note, either the public or the internal resolution notes. And then we also have the ability to filter based on date. So if I want everything for this calendar year, I could just simply come back to January 1st. I do that. Save. And so now we have, I didn't do any column filtering, so I can come back here. So I missed that. Maybe I just want to see Quest, maybe the Quester. Probably already know the team and group, but assignee would be nice. And the actual created date. And again, we can rearrange any of these from however we like. Okay, and there we go. So we've additionally configured columns on another custom view. And there you can see we have that. These are listed alphabetical if you didn't catch that already. But we can find the one we just did here. Okay, I think I've touched on most everything. We went through a few examples. Obviously, sky's the limit. I think probably find just about any view to suit your needs, depending on the audience, who the data is for, who might be requesting it, or what you might want to see, or any of your agents might want to see to help them work more efficiently and get what they need. So I think that does it for the demo, and we have plenty of time left for questions if you have any. The ability to add custom fields to the view. Not yet, but I think I can say that custom views are on the roadmap for this year. So we should be seeing some custom views coming into Tikit in the not too distant future. Option for a rolling date range, not yet that I'm aware. But again, did I include the roadmap? No. Let me get the link to the roadmap site, because that would be a good feature request for the rolling date ranges. And I'll get that link. And there might already be something out there, but we do base upcoming feature releases based on feedback. So please, if you have any feedback or any requests, you can visit this site here. You can vote for feature requests. You can submit new ones, and of course, our product team will evaluate those and maybe see those features in a future update. Great questions. Anything else? Okay, if you do think of anything, please just get a hold of us. Any of the links I provided earlier. If you have any feedback on upcoming sessions, we'd love to hear it. We want to keep these going for you, and we're hoping you're enjoying them as much as we enjoy making them for you. And if there's nothing else for today, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.